Hi teachers, this is just going to be a quick video to go over curriculum documentation that you can start working on these workdays. I know that several of you have started this last year and have been working away on it. That is wonderful. This is one of our ACSI goals that was given to us, and so it is something that we will be working on throughout the next several years. But this is the template that we need to do the curriculum documentation in. And so it is going to be, you'll take it and put it for your content area. So you would change it to music or library or computer, whatever it may be. And then for you guys, you're going to do it by grade level. So whatever grade levels that you teach, Spanish 5th grade, and then you'll do a curriculum documentation for that one, and then one for 6th grade, etc. So the categories that we're going to go over, this is going to be a quick review because I know several of you already know this, but the name of the unit, the pacing of when you teach that unit and how long it takes. Then you're going to have that BWI. These are just a couple bullet points on what are the biblical truths or themes that are taught within that unit. Bible verses that may go along with that unit. And then for this guy, this is where you're going to hyperlink any resources that you use on top of the curriculum. So BJU, that's our curriculum. You don't need to hyperlink anything there. These are just supplies to have. But if I had something that maybe I bought off of Teacher Pay Teachers that was on top of the provided curriculum by RCS, I'd want to make sure that I hyperlink that. And there's a whole nother video that Shane did on how to do that hyperlinking and where to upload those documents. So that really the goal there is if, as I taught 6th grade, if I left the following year, the next teacher would be able to access all of the lessons and supplies that I used when I taught 6th grade. Then again, how are you assessing that unit? Anything that's outside of the curriculum, you would again hyperlink, whether that's a rubric you've made or a test you've created. We want to make sure that we have that there. What are the objectives? What are the skills that your students will learn during that unit? And then what are the standards that are being taught within that unit? And those standards you can pull from your standards binder and your scope and sequence that several of you already have. A couple things to note is that we want one document for each grade level rather than for each unit. So if I'm doing music for 1st grade, this document will have every unit that I teach in 1st grade music. Same thing for Spanish in kindergarten. I'd want to have one document that carries all of the information for kindergarten and what they cover in Spanish. And then when you go to do that uploading, it looks a little bit different on the portal of how you get to it. And so if I'm on the home page of portal, I would go to teachers. And then I'm going to go to Document Center. And this is just the update for this year, so it looks a little different than last year. And if I click on Document Center, I can scroll down, and right there, that first area is that curriculum documentation. And I'd open that up. Here's where you dump those extra documents that are on top of the curriculum. And then right down into here is where you guys are going to be working at for specialists. And you have all of you in here for the content that you teach. And so you guys have time. Again, this is not something you're expected to be done in these 2 days. This is a long process. We have several years to work on this. But here's a great example. Brittany Krogh worked on this last year, and so she has it for her Science and K Prep. She has her units, she has her timing, her BWI, her Bible verses. She has those hyperlinks right there, so I can just click right to those Teacher Pay Teachers that she uses. her objectives and her standards there. And she's building that. That was February, so she could just pick up on what are they doing March next. So this is kind of the goal of what we are wanting for every grade level, every content area that we teach at RCS. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.